Hello there, it is Pete over at the Sampleist, and today we are checking out glass strings from the Crow Hill Company. Ever since the Crow Hill Company released their first library, String Murmurations, they have created the foundation of designing instruments that are just that little bit different. With a focus purely on creating effective yet innovative composing tools, releases such as Vertical Piano and Concussion drums have further cemented their reputation. Now Glass Strings is here, ready to become an indispensable all-in-one string scoring tool that is lightweight, detailed and incredibly effective. Glass Strings downloads at 18 gigabytes and it runs in its own Crow Hill Company plugin, yet it will be NKS compatible in the future. Currently, Glass Strings is on an intro price of £149. In this video, we are going to check out the sounds of Glass Strings and the functionality, and of course I've thrown it into the all-important composition. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank the Crow Hill Company for sending over a copy of Glass Strings so we can make this video. Of course, while we get the libraries for free, it doesn't in any way cloud our thoughts, ideas or judgments on the libraries. We are just working composers giving you our insights. So without further ado, let's jump straight in to Glass Strings from the Crow Hill Company. Here we have Glass Strings from the Crow Hill Company loaded up in their very own Crow Hill Company plugin. Now, to get an idea of the timbre of this library, I'm just going to play a humble D minor chord using a gesture. I've never heard a D minor chord sound so dramatic. You can really hear that human nuance that is going on here. Lovely. Now we can talk about gestures all day long, but we're going to do that a little bit later. Let's talk about the GUI. GUI is really, really clear, very, very straightforward to use. On the left-hand side, we have the expression and timbre controls, and timbre is on your mod wheel. In the middle, there are 3 microphone signals. On the right, we've got all of the different articulations, some controls underneath, and the articulations can be key switched down the bottom as well. And then we have the glass control. The glass control is not an EQ, and Christian explains this incredibly well on that own video, so check that out. But it's all about controlling the note, the fundamentals, everything to do with the performance and just the sounds going on. Very, very difficult to explain, so do check out their video. And then we got bass controls and hall, which is reverb, spatial effects, etc. At the top, I've already loaded Hollywood gestures, but you click there and we got our presets. So we have selects. The selects are different mixes, and with all of those you're going to get the gestures, longs, plucks, shorts, and sometimes you do get bass as well, which is obviously the bass instruments recorded. So for Hollywood, it's really, really big. Honest is a bit small and close, which is good for pop music. Media, it's a bit smaller than Hollywood, but you still retain all the detail. There is the outer space mix, which is a little bit more out there. And then piano rack is really out there. So if you want to create some crazy sounds, you can do that. And of course, you can save your own presets. And then you've got single gestures and single longs and single shorts. So let's just go into the Hollywood longs and play some sustains. Beautiful. You can see that I'm controlling the expression and the timbre together. If I do just the timbre, it sounds absolutely wonderful as well. There's always this idea, do you use expression as well or just modulation? Who knows? everyone does it their own different way, and I've seen things demoed differently. Personally, I like to use both when I'm scoring, but there we go. So that's sustain, and then we've got different articulations. So we've got the free bow. And we've got tremolo. And the range of the instrument is absolutely fantastic. Now, before I go into the next ones, let's just double click and we can see all of the content that's going on with glass strings. So we have all of these different gestures, all of these different longs. So we're on circular bowing next, and then all these different shorts. And Bartok is there, my all-time favourite, so I can't wait to get to that. So we're going to look at circular bowing next. But for me, these are all the articulations you're going to need to create wonderful, beautiful music. Okay, circular bowing. Beautiful. We've got sol tasto. It is gorgeous. Sol pom. Sol pom X. And harmonics, which I use a lot. It's lovely stuff. Now, let's go on to the plucks. Pizzicato. So on the Cole Legno, I love the bounciness. And then Bartok. Yeah, it sounds brilliant. And then these are empty. Let's go on to... Oh, I'll go on to gestures there. Let's go on to shorts. Marcato. Tenuto. Beautiful. So that's two staccatos there. Got feather. Spiccato. incredibly bitey. Jetty. So of course I'm just playing what these sound like. Sound amazing. And then we're going to check out some gestures. Now, gestures are... these are tempo synced. I've been playing around with tempo in the DAW, and they do seem to be tempo synced. Play Angels. And we do Spring. They're absolutely gorgeous, and of course these are performances, and they loop very, very intuitively in your compositions. And I did actually use them in my own composition, found them effortless to put in there, gave everything a new dimension. The gestures are absolutely fantastic. Now, I was going to play a couple of different mixes, so we can see Honest, which are the longs. Now, of course, you have to use at least the mod wheel. But you can hear the difference. That is dry and closer. Let's go for media. There's motors here, so there's a couple of different ideas. Now, of course, if I start playing different notes, it's quite chaotic, but it does fit. Yeah. So, depending on what you're doing, you can get some clashes. I did purposely play a clash there, just to see what that would sound like. But yeah, those motors are really, really useful. Now, if I get a bass, I apologise, I've gone off the screen there. So media, bass. Oh, excuse me, I did nudge my microphone there. So it's got that bass layer added. Got a little bit carried away there. It sounds absolutely stunning. Now we can see that is the layout of the library. And of course, if I want just a gesture with no key switches, that's awesome. and it's slightly bonkers. And yeah, you can load up, obviously, by double-clicking. You can put whatever you want in there as well on different key switches, and you can change the key switch value as well if you want to. Lovely. Now, I'm not going to go through any more controls, but you can see, like I say, the layout. Everything is there in selects, but of course you can have everything separate as well if you want to, which is absolutely wonderful. It's a great sounding library, very, very intuitive to use, very, very straightforward. I'm really enjoying playing around with it. So I've composed with it already, and yeah, it's a great experience. I use the vertical piano as well from Crow Hill because I absolutely love that piano. So pairing these two instruments together was absolutely wonderful. But that is everything I've used from Crow Hill. Oh, I did use Cosmos as well, their £10 synth. Absolutely fantastic, really cool for filling out sections, etc. So I've put this one to video. It felt a little bit icy, so we've gone with some iciness. And yeah, let's check out the composition. Then we're going to go with my closing thoughts. After that rather haunting yet chilly composition, we are now onto the closing thoughts section of the video. We're talking about Glass Strings from the Crow Hill Company, and I'm going to just go out and say it. In 2024, the Crow Hill Company have managed to do something that's almost impossible. They've created an indispensable string library. Now, what do I mean by that? Sampling has been going on for years and years and years in instrument creation, and there are some amazing string libraries out there. I've got my go-tos, I'm not going to mention what they are. There are some wonderful libraries out there. And the Crow Hill Company have just created this one-stop, everything you need for media composition, for film composition in one £149 package. The sampling is amazing, and it's all about the details, the individual string player, and you get these wonderful human performances within your compositions. You get all of the articulations you are ever going to possibly need to create wonderful media, film music, video game compositions. Absolutely wonderful. The instrument design is fantastic. You've got all of the mixes created for you, and you have the gestures as well. The gestures are amazing, and they are tempo synced. I've played around in my DAW, they loop seamlessly, but they are tempo sync. They change speed to whatever speed of your project. Really, really clever stuff, and you've got so many of them. So for inspiration, they are wonderful. And then, of course, we have the glass setting. Now, the glass setting is all about the individual notes and all of the sort of different components that make up the note. It's not an EQ. And if you watch Christian's own video, he explains it so well, and he does a little bit of singing as well, and you really get to understand what the glass setting's for. But you have this unprecedented level of control over the individual notes within the performance. It's really, really clever stuff. So, do I recommend it? I really do. In fact, this is just what I've been looking for in terms of just grabbing a single library that I know I can throw into all kinds of different styles of music. My crime music, underscore, tension, and then of course any kind of scoring you do with audio on top of it as well. You've got those wonderful mixes where your track won't get buried underneath the spoken word. You'll still hear the individuality. It's absolutely incredible. So I recommend definitely go and get it. The intro runs out 1st of December, and yeah, it's an absolute wonderful library. All that leaves me to say is thank you so much to the Crowhill Company for sending over a copy of Glass Strings. Of course, if you like what you heard and you've already picked up Glass Strings or you're considering it, drop us a comment. Let us know what you think about this library. And of course, if you've not done so already, please, please, please subscribe to our channel. We don't have any kind of affiliate links or advertising deals, nothing like that going on. We purely make these videos because we enjoy it and we want to spread the hard work of the wonderful developers, and of course bring these libraries to the attention of the composing community. We've got lots of videos online. I think we're approaching about 330 now, so please do check out our back catalogue. And of course, we have evolved since we started. We started nearly 2 years ago, and our format slightly changed. And hopefully these nice streamlined videos with compositions and examples and insights really, really are proving to be helpful. So without further ado, actually, not without further ado, just get in your studio and make lots of wonderful music. And of course, we will speak again soon. Take care.